Hello and welcome to Learn Penang Hokkien. My name is Timothy and you're watching a series of videos created to help you learn the dialect of Hokkien as spoken in Penang and the northern part of West Malaysia. We are now in lesson 14 and this is such a big lesson that I'm going to split it into two parts. So part 1 is in lesson 14 and part 2 is in lesson 15. And this big part is all about auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are verbs that adds functional or grammatical meaning to a sentence. Within auxiliary verbs are a group of verbs known as modal verbs, which indicates modality. That is to say, that indicates the ability, the capacity, the inclination, or the obligation or necessity to do something. What these auxiliary verbs and modal verbs do is they add a layer to another verb. They assist another verb to complete a meaning. For example, we can say, I eat durians. I eat durians has a regular verb which is to eat. However, if you say, I love to eat durians, love to is to show the inclination to eat. So, love to is a modal verb. In Penang Hokkien, it's also the same. We are going to learn these modal verbs as part of auxiliary verbs in this lesson and in lesson number 15. So, when we come back, we will learn the auxiliary verbs I, my, suka, u, bo, boy, tio, tio boy, and gian. So, I'll see you in a very short while. Hello and welcome back to Learn Penang Hokkien, lesson 14 on auxiliary verbs, part 1. In this part 1, the first word in this part 1 that we are learning is the word I. I shares the same Chinese character as the Mandarin word I. In Mandarin, I means to love. However, in Penang Hokkien, I is not to love, it means to want or to like. So beware of false friends in these two languages. I in Penang Hokkien is different from I in Mandarin. So I in Penang Hokkien means to want or to like. To want to do something or to like something. For example, I like to eat durians. 我爱吃榴莲. 我爱吃榴莲. When we use it as an auxiliary verb, it has to be an auxiliary to another verb. So in this case, the verb is 吃, eat. I like to eat durians. I can be used on its own also. Like, I like durians. 我爱榴莲, or it also means I want durian. What do you want? I want durian. 我爱durian. When you use it that way, it is functioning as a regular verb because it is not assisting another verb to complete the meaning of the sentence. However, if there is another verb in the sentence, then it functions as an auxiliary verb and it is indicating modality, the inclination for something. Take note that the word durian is pronounced as liu lian, and some people say durian, some people say dulian, and so on. So there's a lot of variation to the pronunciation of the word durians. So whether I say liu lian or dulian or durian and so on, is the same thing, it's durians. So 我爱吃榴莲, I want to eat durians. Some people may say, I like to eat durians. So when you use the word I, it is somewhere between to like or to desire or to be fond of something or simply to want. depending on the context, it can be to want or to like. So it depends on how you use the word I. It can be to like something or to want something. And to ask a question, it can be Lu ai chả lưu luyến bố. Lu ai chả lưu luyến bố. Or Lu ai chả lưu luyến nhá. Why I something. I want something. For example, why I khi khun liao. I want to go to sleep. I khi khun liao. I is to want, khi is to go, kun is to sleep, and liao is to say to complete something already. I want to go to sleep already means right now I want to go to sleep. So if you want to say I want to go to sleep presently, it is wa I ki kun liao. And a question could be lu I ki kun nia. So nia at the end of a statement changes the statement into a question. By adding nia, it is to reconfirm or to affirm that statement. You want to go to sleep? Like that. Do you want to go to sleep? Something like that. So, lu ai ki kun nia. Lu ai chả du luyến nia. Another word that you can use, placed at the end, is bố. So, lu ai chả du luyến bố. Do you want to eat durians? Bố and nia are particles, and we will revisit particles in their own lesson in future. But right now, they are just cropping up as do many other words that puts together to form sentences in Penang Hokkien. The second auxiliary verb that we are going to learn is my. My means don't want. So this my means do not want is the opposite of I. So I is to want. So my is don't want. Wa mai chả lưu luyến. I don't want to eat durian. It's different from I don't like to eat durians, which I will teach you in a very short while. My is more towards don't want. Not don't like, but don't want. I don't want to eat durians. Wa mai chả lưu luyến. Lu ai chả du luyến bố. Do you want to eat durians? My. Wa mai chả lưu luyến. No, I don't want to eat durians. As you can notice, the word no is translated as my. So you use my to mean don't want, and you use it also to mean no. My. Wa mai chả du luyến. No, I do not want to eat durians. Wa mai khi kun go. Go or go. Place at the end of sentence, change it into yet. Wa mai khi kun go. I do not want to go to sleep yet. I do not want to go to sleep yet. Wa mai khi kun go. To make a question, you can ask, Lu mai khi kun nia. You don't want to go to sleep, do you? Lu mai khi kun nia. Nia, once again, is to reconfirm something. Lu mai khi kun nia. You don't want to go to sleep, do you? Or you don't want to go to sleep, right? Lu mai khi kun go nia. You do not want to go to sleep yet, do you? So you can also have the word go at the end. Go, also pronounced as go, are particles. Just like bo and nia, they are added at the end of sentence to reconfirm something that you are asking. And you can say something like, Lu bo ai chả lưu luyến nia. You don't like to eat durians, right? So that takes us to bo ai. Bo ai means don't like. Wa bo ai chả du luyến. Wa bo ai chả lưu luyến means I don't like to eat durians. Lu ai chả du luyến bố. Do you like to eat durians? Bố. Wa bo ai chả lưu luyến. No, I don't like to eat durians. The next auxiliary verb that we are going to learn is suka. Suka is a loan word from Malay and it means like. And it is different from I because I has some properties of to want, whereas suka is definitely to like something. If you say, 我 suka 吃榴莲 means I like to eat durians, not I want to eat durians. If you say, 我爱吃榴莲, you may also mean I want to eat durians. However, if you say, 我 suka 吃榴莲, it means you are fond of eating durians. There's no mistaken about it. It has nothing to do with want. If you want to say want, you have to use I or another auxiliary verb which I will teach you almost in a very short while. So, coming back to suka. 我 suka 吃榴莲 I like to eat durians. 伊 suka 困这边 He likes to sleep here. 伊 suka 困这边 He likes to sleep here. 伊 suka 穿水水 She likes to dress beautifully. To dress or to put on clothes is 穿. And then 水 is beautiful. 水水 is beautifully. 伊 suka 穿水水 She likes to dress beautifully. 你 suka 穿水水无 有 我 suka 穿水水 Do you like to dress beautifully? Yes, I like to dress beautifully. 伊 suka 穿水水无 有 伊 suka 穿水水 你人 suka 困这边无 Do you all like to sleep here? 你人 suka 困这边无 Do you like to sleep here? 无我人无 suka 困这边 No, we don't like to sleep here. 无我人无 suka 困这边 无 suka is don't like. 我无 suka 吃榴莲 I don't like to eat durians. If you say 我无爱吃榴莲 there is some property of I don't want to eat durians. But if you say 我无 suka 吃榴莲 it means I don't like to eat durians. You can ask a question to reconfirm. 你无 suka 吃榴莲呢 你无 suka 吃榴莲呢 You don't like to eat durians, do you? Or you don't like to eat durians, right? 你无 suka 吃榴莲呢 你人无 suka 困这边呢 You all don't like to sleep here, do you? So, 无 suka is don't like. The next auxiliary verb is u. U we have seen before as a regular verb. As a regular verb, it means to have, such as 我有一间厝 I have a house. However, it can also be used as an auxiliary verb to mean do. 我有吃榴莲 I do eat durians. 我有吃榴莲 I do eat durians. 你有吃榴莲无 Do you eat durians? 有，我有吃榴莲 Yes, I do eat durians. You put the u there for emphasis that you do eat durians. Do you eat durians? 你有吃榴莲无？有啊 Yeah, 我有吃榴莲 I do eat durians. 伊人有困这边无？伊人有困这边无 Do they sleep here? 无，伊人无困这边 No, they don't sleep here. So, 无 is the opposite of u. So, u is to have or to do something. 你有吃榴莲无 Do you eat durians? 无，我无吃榴莲 No, I don't eat durians. You use 无 together with I or with suka to form the negative. So, I can be like or want. So, bo I means don't want. What bo I chat durian? I don't want to eat durians. I don't want to eat durians. What bo I chat durians? What bo suka chat durian? What bo suka chat durian is I don't like to eat durians. So the difference between what bo I chat durian means at this present moment I don't want to eat durians. Whereas what bo suka chat durian means I have no fondness of eating durians. What bo suka chat durian? I have no fondness of eating durians, or I don't like to eat durians. So that is the difference between bo I and bo suka. The meaning is almost the same. It's almost the same to say whether it's bo I or bo suka. But suka always is towards like, whereas I is always towards want. Somewhere towards want, but it's not completely want, because there's another word that we can use to mean want. And that word is the next auxiliary verb that we are going to learn, and it is called bui. Bui is to want. Wa bui jia liu lian. I want to eat durians. I bui kun chipeng. He wants to sleep here. I bui kun chipeng. Wa bui jia liu lian. Lu bui jia liu lian. Nia, do you want to eat durians? I bui kun chipeng. Nia, he wants to sleep here. I bui ching sui sui. Nia, does she want to dress beautifully? Si, I bui ching sui sui. Yes, she wants to dress beautifully. Now we move on to the next auxiliary verb, and it is tio. Tio means must. Just now we learned want. Now it's must. So to say must, you use tio. You must take medicine. Lu tio jia yo. Lu tio jia yo. You must take medicine. Do I have to take medicine? So if you change must into do I have to, it is wa tio jia yo me. Do I have to take medicine? And to express doubt or to reconfirm something, you add the particle me at the end. Wa tio jia yo me. Do I have to take medicine? Si, lu tio jia yo. Yes, you have to take medicine. Lu tio kun chipeng. You must sleep here. Lu tio kun chipeng. Wa tio kun chipeng me. Do I have to sleep here? Yes, you have to sleep here. Si, lu tio kun chipeng. Si, lu tio kun chipeng. Similar to tio is the auxiliary verb tio bui. Tio bui comprises tio and bui. Put them together and it means must also. So it's the same as tio on its own. Tio bui is maybe even more emphatic than just simply say tio. Lu tio bui jia yo. You must take medicine. Wa tio bui jia yo me. Do I have to take medicine? Lu tio bui kun cha cha. You have to sleep early. Kun is to sleep. Cha is early. And cha cha is the adverb for to sleep. So to sleep early is kun cha cha. Lu tio bui kun cha cha. Wa tio bui kun cha cha me. Sia, lu tio bui kun cha cha. Sia is ya. Do I have to sleep early? Yeah, you have to sleep early. Sia, lu tio bui kun cha cha. And the final auxiliary verb that we are going to learn today is gian. Gian means to crave for something. It's more than like, but you crave for something is gian. What gian jia durian? I have cravings for durians. What gian jia liu lian? I have cravings for durians. Lu gian jia liu lian nia? Do you have cravings for durians? Wa gian jia liu lian? Wa gian jia liu lian? Yeah, I have cravings for durians. You can also add u to add the emphasis to it. Lu u gian jia liu lian bo. Do you have cravings for durians? Lu u gian chia liu lian bo? Wa what u gian chia liu lian? Yeah, I have cravings for durians. Or boa what bo gian chia liu lian? No, I have no cravings for durian. Boa what bo gian chia liu lian? No, I have no cravings for durians. Bo what bo ai chia durian? I have no liking for durians. Bo what bo boi chia durian? I don't want durians. I don't want to eat durians. You will also notice that instead of just simply saying u, I say ua, or bo, I say boa. So there is the particle a added to u and bo. The particle is for emphasis. It is something like yeah, noa. There's the a to it. So it's the same in Penang Hokkien. You will add the a to u, making it ua, or add to bo and it becomes boa, to have emphasis on whether you are saying an affirmative or a negative response to a certain question. So that concludes lesson 14, the first part of our lesson on auxiliary verbs. When we come back, we are going to do some exercises with regards to the auxiliary verbs that you have just learned. So I'll see you very soon. Hello and welcome back to Learn Penang Hokkien, lesson 14, which is the first part of our lesson on auxiliary verbs. Today we have learned a few auxiliary verbs. They include I, my, suka, bo, u, bui, tio, bui, and gian. And now let's do some exercises with the auxiliary verbs that we have just learned. In our exercises, I'm going to give you a sentence in Penang Hokkien. I will give you the meaning of the sentence in Penang Hokkien. Then I will give you a question based on that sentence. And I need you to form the question in Penang Hokkien. First of all, I will give you the sentence in Penang Hokkien. Then I will give you the meaning of the sentence in English. Then I will give you a question based on that sentence in English. I need you to form the question in Penang Hokkien. The first sentence is Wa ai chia pui. Wa ai chia pui means I want to eat rice or I want to have a meal. Now, I need you to make the sentence for do you want to eat rice or do you want to have a meal? And the answer is Lu ai chia pui bo. Lu ai chia pui bo. Sentence number 2 is Wa bui be chicken chu. Wa bui be chicken chu. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. Make the sentence for you want to buy a house, don't you? You want to buy a house, don't you? And the answer is Lu bui be chicken chu nia. Lu bui be chicken chu nia. Sentence number 3 is Wa gian lim kopi. I have cravings for drinking coffee. Wa gian lim kopi. Make the sentence for do you have cravings to drink coffee? Do you have cravings to drink coffee? And the answer is Lu gian lim kopi bo or Lu gian lim kopi nia. Both are acceptable. Sentence number 4 is Lu lang tio bui lai cha cha. You all must come early. Lu lang tio bui lai cha cha. You all must come early. Make the sentence for do we have to come early? Do we have to come early? And the answer is 我人就要来查查尔。我人就要来查查尔。Sentence number 5 is 伊有叫我。He did call me. 伊有叫我。Now make the sentence for Did he call you? Did he call you? And the answer is 伊有叫你无？伊有叫你无？ Sentence number 6 is 我无困这边。我无困这边。I don't sleep here. Make the sentence for Do you sleep here? Do you sleep here? And the answer is 你有困这边无？你有困这边无？ Sentence number 7 is 我 suka 吃 laksa. I like to eat laksa. 我 suka 吃 laksa. Make the sentence for You like to eat laksa, don't you? You like to eat laksa, don't you? And the answer is 你 suka 吃 laksa 尔。你 suka 吃 laksa 尔。尔 is a better answer than 无。If you say 你 suka 吃 laksa 无, it means do you like to eat laksa? Whereas 你 suka 吃 laksa 尔 is you like to eat laksa, don't you? Sentence number 8, which is the final sentence in the exercise, is 你要起早早。你要起早早. It means you must wake up early. You must wake up early. 你要起早早. And you need to make the sentence for Do I have to wake up early? Do I have to wake up early? And the answer is 我要起早早无？我要起早早无？ And that concludes the first part of our lesson on auxiliary verb, which is lesson number 14. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and if you do, please take a moment to give this video a like so that YouTube will show it to more people. And if you enjoy learning Penang Hokkien, subscribe to the Learn Penang Hokkien YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that I can keep you updated every time I put up a new video. I hope you enjoyed this lesson very much, and I hope to see you again very soon. Until then, thanks for watching.